Oh, we can sense it, can't we? Football season is right around the corner. I've had one of the luckiest runs in the history of mankind. I was allowed to be a part of the multi-time Emmy Award-winning institution that is College Game Day.
Let a naysayer know.
That is not what I thought.
Professional's right in the middle of his lead. That's all right. I thought
you almost lost me.
When my contract came up, after living a dream alongside that crew that is just as talented off camera as they are on camera.
What the hell is that? Stealth bomber right there.
I thought long and hard, am I the right person to be doing this incredible gig? There are millions of people that would love to be sitting in my seat. Am I the right guy for it? Is this what I want to do?
Hit a kid, Alex! No! Good! Somebody kill the kid! And no! God! Good effort! The worst kick we have ever seen!
And the only thing that I kept coming back to is, hell fucking yeah.
Give me Alabama to break.
I'm lucky, I'm honored, I'm humbled, I'm grateful, and I'm back.
Give me a hell yeah.
It is officially official. As Adam Pierce, that bald stooge, would say, I am returning to College Game Day, and although I don't want to make a big deal out of it, I know it is a big fucking deal that it's happening. There was some drama, obviously, that started lingering. We had chatted about it, me, Burke, and Jimmy, obviously, whenever the licensing of the show conversation was taking place. Then some lawyer at ESPN tried to be a super genius. I closed Sicilianed him. I ended up being a free agent, and it was a real moment of looking in the mirror and saying, am I the right person for this job? Obviously, the athletic poll came out last year. I think it was like 50% of the people were like, get this guy the hell off of College Game Day. I'm a College Game Day fan. I enjoyed waking up on Saturday mornings and watching the show that propels us into college football Saturday and inevitably into NFL Sunday. So for those people to have a terrible morning because of my existence was certainly something that weighed very heavy on this here dumbass sports stooge heart. That's real, brother, because we have the show Monday through Friday. Obviously, it's 3 hours every single day. We're lucky to do it. We create it. We produce it. There's 0 people from journalism school here. We are kind of doing our own thing, but it's a lot of work. I'm my own agent. I'm my own representative. I'm my own strategizer. I'm my own schemer alongside the great boys that I have working here. So it's a lot of effort Monday through Friday. Saturday mornings used to be the only time I was really able to sleep in and get a rest. Then when you get offered the opportunity to join the College Game Day, you can't say no to that. You're talking about one of the greatest shows in the history of television. You're talking about one of the greatest shows in the history of sports media. Kirk Herbstreit, good friend of ours, now at this point will join us in the second hour, was one of the driving forces behind getting me on that program. And then whenever I got there, I fell in love with it. How could you not? The entire pageantry of college football is on display for 3 hours before the games even start. Millions and millions of people are watching every single day or every single Saturday, hoping that they can learn about the entire story of college football that year. So I took it as a great honor. I was very lucky. I was very thankful to be there. I enjoyed every single stop that we made, every college town that we stopped through, every restaurant we went to, every small little dive bar I'd have some beers at, the conversations alongside everybody at the desk, and the people that work behind the camera are just as cool and talented as the people that are on camera. So it was like I was a part of their family. But did I want to continue to ruin these people's Saturdays? And did I want to maybe sleep in on a Saturday morning during football season with my baby girl, obviously, as she's continuing to grow and evolve? Pooped on the floor yesterday.
Yep. Nice.
Whoa. Yeah.
Good work.
Decided to go no diaper, let her run a little free. She sat down, pooped right on the floor. I was like, hey, I like it.
Yep.
We got some grit. We're able to do that entire thing, but she's going to grow. So do I want to be away? It was an actual decision that was all based on, not on my love of college football, because obviously I fell in love with it over the last few years. I've been incredibly lucky. Not because of my love for the people at College Game Day. I enjoy the shit out of all those people that are a part of that entire family. But mostly because, like, do I want to sign up to hear, in my mentions, how terrible of a person I am by people that will never understand the type of human I am? Is that what I want to sign up for? We're doing okay everywhere else. And every time I thought about it, I was like, what? I get the opportunity to do this. I'm still getting the opportunity to do this. I need to do this. So all the way back, I think I'm happy we can put that conversation to bed. I'm excited to be there. To that lawyer, you're a genius, buddy. You did great. Caused a lot of shit, but ultimately in the end, the stooge in a USA tank top, and if I would have had jorts on, could work you every time in that negotiating table. Just remember that and never ever forget it. And to all you journalists that are talking about it, it's like, I'd love to sit in a room with you one-on-one too and see how it ends up. But to the college football fans, thank you for embracing me and my stupidity. And I can't wait to get back on the road with the entire crew on Saturdays throughout fall. 12-team playoff too this year.
Hell yeah.
Huge.
Going to be the biggest year yet, and already started all the research and scouting from NCAA 2K College Football 25. Of
course.
It's a beautiful time to be alive. We'll have Coach Matt Rule in the second hour. We got a chance to catch up with him yesterday. That's a 37-minute convo about college football and the Nebraska Cornhuskers and everything they got going. Herbstreit will join us. And in about 8 minutes, Michael Lombardi will join us, obviously friend of the program, Paisan, who's been a GM in the NFL and everything. He was a part of this entire process, decision-making. He's one of the people I call whenever hey, Lombo, I'm about to go sit down with blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. This is how I feel. Is this the right way to feel? And he's like the best. Ooh, also think about this, right? And I'm like, thank you, Lombo. Then he called Nick Khan, obviously, president of WWE. I'm like, Nick, I want to punch these people in the mouth. And he's like, well, what instead of that? Why don't we say this? And it's like, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I have a lot of people that have helped me get to this point. I have a lot of people that have wanted me to rejoin College Game Day. And the fact that we're able to do it, I'm excited about it. And thank you to everybody for the interest. Thank you to the puppets who are going to write terrible things about this. Thank you to the college football fans who don't think that I've earned my place at that desk. I agree, but I hopefully will by the end of this season. And I think I'm going to win you over with what we're going to do on Saturday mornings. It's going to be a blast. Coach Nick Saban's there now.
Yeah, true.
We have a pretty good relationship, old Saban and I, so it should be a fun time. The Toxic Table's here at Boston Connor, at Ty Schmidt. What we've been able to do with college football world over the last couple of years has been some of the coolest shit of all time. Could you imagine not doing that this year? I actually thought about that like a lot whenever this whole thing was happening. It's like, how could we ever decide to miss out on those moments? College football has been very good to us.
Oh, yeah, unbelievable. And I didn't go to like a big college football school. There wasn't college football at my school. So really, when I was kind of ingratiated into that entire community, it was when you got into Game Day and really kind of watching all of it, and just look at what ESPN specifically has now with the SEC, with Texas joining and Oklahoma joining, and some of the matchups that we're getting from legitimately week one, not even including Ireland. Take Ireland out, which is going to be incredible.
Georgia Tech, Florida State.
Yeah.
People are calling it a gimmick game, but this is huge for Florida State. Huge. And Georgia Tech at the end of the year also, they're trying to cement themselves as like, hey, our program's going in a different direction, but we're going to be celebrating like Ireland in that.
Exactly.
It's going to be good football, but that's going to be a celebration of like Ireland and international, how big the sport is. But this game, obviously, Florida State's involved, so people are going to want to watch. I don't think it's their fourth-string quarterback, which is good.
No.
Right.
Which is obviously
will be their starters.
That is a big deal, and Florida State has talent, and obviously we were a big fan of what they're building down there. Playoffs are right last year, just so we all have that understanding going into Dublin. But you're right. Every week there's bangers after bangers after bangers after bangers. Shout out to Seamus, shout out to Ireland.
And when you look at like what the end of the season is going to be, you mentioned the 12-team playoff. Like those, I don't think, at least myself, I don't think I can fully kind of comprehend what those home playoff environments are going to be like, because obviously, we did Alabama, Texas last year, and that was a massive game in Tuscaloosa. Obvious Sark coming back against Saban, all those storylines. But when you add the fact that it's a win or go home game, like that is going to be incredible. So this might be, the greatest. This will be the greatest college football season that there probably has ever been.
Yeah, and they're going to tell stories of, past traditional games and rivalry games that have taken place, and we've missed some of those in the transition into this new one. Hopefully they'll all be able to get back into the schedule. But this does have a chance to live up to the billing of, hey, let's make this the biggest college football year of all time.
Yeah.
And pumped to be just a tiny little part of that entire thing.
Yeah, and people can complain about that stuff, but then you also have to think, like, we're going to get Ohio State and USC. Like, this will be the first time we're getting that for every year, most years. So like the new rivalries that we're going to get, I mean, like Connor's saying with like the big matchups, and it's not one of those things, but people used to always whine about like, hey, these big time programs, they play all these cupcakes in the early season, and we don't get any games that we actually want to see until the conference play starts. I mean, we're talking about week 0, week 2, Michigan and Texas play each other. Like it really is. It's just week after week. Like people want to complain, but I think after this year's over, like the traditionalists maybe will still think that, but I think most college football fans are going to be like, wow, this is incredible that this is what it's going to be like every single year starting this year.
And we're just a tiny little part of it.
Yeah, exactly.
How about our watch-alongs, man?
Yeah.
I think those are back. Not 100% sure. I think those are back. And I think they're all just going to be playoff games.
Yeah, I mean, those are so
Think about
fun
how lucky
to do.
we are. In that video, I said how lucky I was like 4 times. Fox had to edit out a few of them because I understand how lucky we are to be even asked to be a part of that show. But now that we are, like, let's go enjoy the shit out of this entire thing. 9-year NFL vet. Sweet hoodie. There's Jay Butler.
Nice
D-Butch, college ball is on fire right now, especially with the game, leading into a season, leading into 12-game playoff, leading into massive marquee matchups that we haven't seen in a long time. It's going to be a beautiful thing. Football is beautiful, man.
We've gotten to do a lot of cool shit. Those games, those field passes, nothing like a Cotton Bowl, Red River rivalry. Obviously been in Bama, but then been in the Rose Bowl. Harbaugh's last college game. Maybe he goes back. Saban's last collegiate game before he retires. Obviously a huge game. Then going to the national championships as well. Like those experiences, the pretty much red zone watch along we had here in the Thunderdome. It's been dope, man. But glad to see you're back. I know a lot of people definitely were worried you would not be back.
And there's a lot of people excited.
I don't.
Oh yeah, remember we don't do this anymore.
We don't let those into our real algorithm. But I'm glad you're back, man. That's big news.
It was fun. Hey,
bro.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much, and thank you to everybody at ESPN. Obviously, that was very patient with this because I don't know if anybody, especially for a show like Game Day, with how massive and fresh off an Emmy and everything, and I'm telling you, the people that work there are so talented, like so talented, and it's like. I don't think there's anybody that's ever been just like, man, I don't think I'm the right guy. Like, I don't think I'm the right guy for your show. I don't think I'm the right guy for your show. And they're like, look, just remember. And Herb Street would send me like a text like of a video of me walking up on the stage in like some college saying hello to me before we even go live. He's like, let's make sure we remember, Let's make sure we're remembering this type of stuff because it was real. There's. With the way life is and with where we are now, very lucky to be where we are. Once again, very grateful for it all. This will not be happening forever, so I understand that we're in the middle of it, and it's very awesome. But with the amount of people that just bury me and murder me on a regular basis, like I am on the internet. Like it's not just as easy as just turning off your mentions. Like I have to know what's going on literally everywhere. So I am on my phone on a very regular basis. So whenever there's just an onslaught of me being the biggest douche or worst human on earth at one particular time of my week, every single week, it's like, maybe for the good of my life and for maybe my happiness and for everything, maybe I just remove that as I try to survive this thing while also kind of living what I preach, which is like you have to enjoy every moment, enjoy every day. It's a part of our show's vibes is like enjoy. But whenever you're just taking nukes, literally it gets difficult to remind yourself of that, especially whenever life starts happening. So that was literally the only thing that I was thinking about on whether or not we were going to go back. Always considered an incredible honor, but it's like, do I just want to get murdered by like 12 colleges, alumni, students, football? I mean, just every single week because we got to pick games at the end of the day. Get to pick. These are all get to things, but I also get to get killed after every single week if we say anything that is any bit entertaining, but potentially a little shit talking in the middle of it as well.
Well, and I think like a lot of people don't understand, because like we say stuff like. There's one thing with like if you're shitting on someone's NFL team and you're getting like the heat from that and the mentions, like all right, whatever, like that's part of it.
Charge it to the game.
Exactly, charge it to the game. But like it's not cool what happens, but it's also one of the reasons that college football is awesome is like when you come at someone's school, like people take it as like a personal affront to like their family, their legacy, their livelihoods. And yeah, they say some pretty reprehensible shit.
And start sending stuff to my house.
Exactly.
And like, it's like, do I, and I've asked Herbie numerous times and I haven't got a chance to ask Lee about it because every conversation I have with Lee is just like super positive, him gassing me up all the time. So I don't really get into it. But like Herbie and I, we have some like real conversations about it all. I'm like, how have you been able to do this for 20? You got to be one of the most mentally tough humans of all time. And he goes, I just block it out. Just block it. You got to block it out. It's like, well, I can't, like I have to be on my phone. Like I have to be on the internet with our daily show because like things are just happening all the time. And it's like Herbie's like, come on, you'll get through it. And he saw all these people that hate you too. They'll start to like you. And in most situations in my life, I've learned that is the case. This one is not. It's been a tough group to crack. It has been a tough group to crack,